Hola, hola, muy buenos dias, continuous liners. How we all doing today? It is January 15th. We are smack dab in the middle of our of our coffee sketch 2026 daily drawing challenge. And how are you doing with it, huh? I mean, honestly, I know that people are dropping out. I know that, sometimes people are doing it every other day, or just dropping out, right? Because you know why? Because it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to do a daily drawing challenge. I mean, most people think, oh, how easy, right? Oh, gracias. Gracias. Oh, okay. All right, gracias. Okay, my beautiful one-winged latte was just delivered to me. Look at that. It's got one wing. Yeah. So this is the time midway through this drawing challenge that oftentimes what happens is people go, I'm out of ideas. That's it. I have no idea. I've drawn my coffee cup, especially I know there's Barbara who's doing the same cup every day. That's a great challenge, but it's challenging because it pushes us, right? You think coffee cup, how hard is that? Well, anything that you do, there's that getting over the hump thing, right? Like at first, oh, this is easy, right? It's just a coffee cup. And then, a week into it, you're like, oh, okay, here I go. I have to do it again, right? Halfway, you're like, oh my God, I'm out of ideas, right? This is where the creativity really, really, really kicks in, right? Like it pushes you. And I'm seeing that a lot of you are doing the continuous line coffee, and I want to say keep doing it, man, because that is a great way to just push. It's kind of like a can opener, right? And it just let's see if I can do this. It just helps open up the creative airwaves, right? So if you're like, I don't know what to do today, I'm not sure what to do, grab your Sharpie, grab anything, grab a pencil, whatever, and just start making coffee cups, right? Just to kind of push the envelope, right? Push. I'm feeling a little blocked today. I'm out of ideas, so I'm just going to do some pattern making. Continuous line pattern making is honestly one of the tools that I use to help. We all get a little oh, I don't know what to do today, right? I'm out of ideas. Or I'm looking at the news and my God, how are we going to survive this? Honestly, I don't know, except that we have to save ourselves. And you know how you can save yourself is have gold bars and have sovereignty in your mind, in your ability to think, and your ability. We're all going to be tricked. Everything's going to be tricked out, right? With AI and fake news. I mean, how to win an election, how to steal an election. Put one of your people as the president of Meta, right? That woman that was just announced as being president of Meta. She's on that team, and so what do you think they're doing, right? Anyways, all that aside, you gotta stay sovereign in your mind and in your thoughts and in your creativity, right? So keep drawing, and just if you're not sure what to do some patterns, right? Do some patterns just to sort of, oh, don't those look cute? I mean, honestly, that is just the cutest thing. I'm going to start putting these on coffee cups and on t-shirts because I can't stand how cute it is, right? I really, this coffee cup, continuous line coffee cup, was the thing that got me started with the coffee sketch challenge, right? Because I did this as a way to quiet the ego, right? Quiet my ego. Like, I'm not a good artist. I don't know what to do. I blah, blah, blah. All the little heebie-jeebies that nibble away at our heart and our souls, right? So you just start doing some patterns, and I'm loving that so many of you are doing it because everyone is unique. Every person's is unique as it should be, right? No need to do what I do. I mean, maybe to get started, just to get yourself started, go ahead and do that. Let me have a sip of my coffee. Then I want to talk about what what we've done this week in our Zoom classes. I'm getting ready for my saturated inks class. And I learned something very importante this week, because I'm like, why are more people talking about saturated inks? I'm here in Mexico all by myself. And I don't really know anyone who's like using saturated inks besides me and my group. And so I had to delve into it. Well, nobody's calling it saturated inks. Everyone's calling it liquid watercolors. So then I fell into that world. I'm like, okay, I'm not the only one doing this, but there's not many, like there's people doing super quick demos, like sped up demos on YouTube and Instagram and everything, but there's not a lot of people like exploring like how to work with them. And I'm not trying to say, hey, I'm any expert in it, but I certainly have been playing with them, and I'm all ready for a class this weekend. So in in our Tuesday beginners, Tuesday's continuous line, our subject was Venus. There we have, kind of a delicate fairy like Lilith Venus, and then we have the original Venus. This is like an artifact that was found like 12 billion years ago or something like that. So this was our challenge in our continuous line Zoom class, right? So first one here, we were challenged about more getting the human anatomy. And again, this is not about being accurate or precise. These are 15-minute drawing challenges, and so just by the nature of it, you kind of just have to keep moving. And over time and with practice, everyone has gotten better with the human anatomy, with architecture. I mean, there's a whole slew of women, mostly, in the Zoom classes. They're like, oh, I hate architecture, right? But with practice and over time, it gets better and easier and fun. I love doing architecture. I also love doing the masters, right? So just there's a whole mosh of angels up in the corner blowing on her, and then there's like this fairy godmother like sprinkling fairy dust on her. But I just stayed with it's an enormous masterpiece, right? So everyone no, everyone was Rosie, come here, stop it, you have to behave, you're being naughty. Okay, Rosie's being naughty, so I had to rein her in a little bit. So the challenge here was to kind of keep it like focus on one of the main things, which is the birth of Venus right there, and then taking it to, that was done with my food day, and then I went to I stayed with my food day for the original Venus, right? There she is in all her glory. And look at that. I was going so fast and doing her, that is supposed to be her belly button, but because I'm so dedicated to the continuous line, it looks a little naughty. So, yeah, well, I guess the original, she is Adam, she is Eve, right? She is everything. And then I picked up my red Sharpie and just did a whole, like she's in an altar of candles, right? And then a little white crayon, and then my saturated inks, and then I seasoned it with a little salt, right? So a fun thing to do. And then in the other class, I often do 2 of something or 3, but it depends on the subject. And so in the Monday class, we did 2 dandies. These were noblemen of around the time of Louis the Sun King, right? Let me have a sip of my coffee. What's in my hair? It's a bug. I have a bug in my hair. I could see something crawling around, twinking around. There we go. All right, let me have a little sip of my coffee. There, you can look at the dandies, right? I stayed pretty dedicated to my continuous line there. Delicious. I started with this guy. we often do big hats like sombreros and just big hats. And over time, I've discovered that all big hats look like potato chips or potatoes. Sombreros can look like potatoes, but these kind of look like potato chips, right? With a little foo-foo on it. And then, just look it up. This was, this was an image from like talking about the origin of men's fashion. And, this was, they were hoping to impress everyone and let everyone know that they were very different from everyone else because it took them 3 hours to get dressed every morning. But they had very muscular legs too. So started here, did this whole guy, and then went right into the arm and did this guy. Finished, I think I finished with the cane. Yeah, and then I just to keep it simple, I put a little Pentel brush pen and some of my saturated inks, right? To keep the focus on the line, right? Because that's certainly something I have done a lot, is just lost my lines through saturated ink. I got a dip pen. This is not from a class. I got a dip pen, and so I tested it out with with my Japanese carbon ink. And I took an online drawing class, Zoom class this week, and this was the subject. I really liked it, but that drove me crazy. I think I'm so accustomed to the continuous line. It's hard for me to stop and dip, even though it's a good thing to do to mix it up. I think I need to get a dip pen that holds more ink, because I felt like I was like, well, at this point I can draw pretty fast because of my continuous line practice. But so to do this, I felt like it took me a really long time because I had to keep dipping in my ink, man. So I want to get a dip pen that has a better reservoir. Is that what you call it? Yeah, a reservoir that holds more ink. I totally had fun doing this, right? Like, I tend to be like, I gotta do 8 million things and blow it up and colors, and not always. I'm in 15 minutes. I'm kind of playing with things, so it was kind of fun to do this. That's a lemon up in the corner. It got a little lost, but yeah, sort of on the coffee theme. And then I did a version of this on my Procreate for the coffee sketch. And what an interesting challenge to do things on the coffee sketch on my Procreate. I'm really enjoying it. And then to finish it up, we did, we're going into the fire horse. Has everyone heard that? I mean, my God, I feel like everyone's talking about it. I feel like everyone's talking about it in the sense that this thing is going to save us. I mean, my God, something's got to give, right? Something has got to give, because we are in a very, it's shocking what's happening. Shocking. And it's sad. And it's scary, right? And it can't go on. It's completely unsustainable. So I think many of us are hoping and praying that the fire horse that's galloping into our lives in February that's galloping into our lives in Friday is going to save us. So I did this first with my brush pen. I'm loving playing with my Pentel brush pen, right? And then I went in with my Japanese carbon. First of all, I hit them with water, and then hit it with the Japanese carbon ink, which just floated up. And if you're in the liquid watercolor, i.e. saturated inks class, I'm going to tell everyone, I'm sending out an updated supply list today, because I want you to have your Japanese carbon ink, because what a powerful, beautiful ink, right? And then I just hit it, probably a little bit too much, because sometimes I just can't help myself, with a red and yellow liquid watercolor, not saturated inks, although I'm going to use both words. Because I searched my saturated inks hashtag, and I'm the only one. I'm like, how could I be the only one using it? Well, then it's like, no, if I search liquid watercolors, everyone under the... No, I wouldn't say a lot of people are doing it, but I'm not the only one doing it, right? So yeah, there's what we did. We've got another class here shortly. The Monday, Thursday class, we double up. Those are folks that are super serious about having a dedicated art practice. And my God, how are we going to survive this era without an art practice. I mean, I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, you're going to die if you don't sign up for my classes. But yeah, these are, I mean, I don't even know what to say about what's happening right now. It's so off the charts. It's so horrendous. And it's like, if I see anyone say, oh, I stand with those things, I'm like, I think they're Martians. I don't think they're of this world, right? Like, how can anyone support this? It's very baffling, right? And so a lot of that is the misinformation, the disinformation, and the fake news, and the AI, and just, you know, there's a leader who has severe dementia who everyone is like pretending he doesn't. So there's just a lot of insanity and chaos happening, right? I get gobbled up by it, and so I just find that I have to like turn around, get focused on my art, get focused on my art, do some art, get focused on doing, what is your deal? Do some patterns. Stop it. What is she doing? Do some pattern making, right? If you're finding that you're like completely overwhelmed, just do some coffee cups, or do, you know, your dog's head or whatever. I have a whole slew of, you know, different patterns that I've made over the years. How do you access them? I don't know, but you can just access them yourself, create your own, right? Do whatever you can to get through this and keep your sanity, because these are challenging times. And remember to just go to your creativity, go to your quiet. Even if it's like 10 minutes a day, you just get a little quiet and draw, because it's just super bizarro. That's not going to save the world, but it might save you a little bit, right? All right, everyone. Halfway through the coffee sketch 2026. I'm loving it. I feel like every year I feel like people just push their creativity, and the things I see, the coffee cups I see, and the coffee stories, right? It's not just about the coffee cup, it's about the coffee stories around that, where you're sitting, where you're at, how many, the colors, no colors, whatever, right? Your mood, the energy. It's energy over accuracy. Energy over accuracy, right? So thanks everyone for being a part of it. Stay safe, stay sane. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.